Welcome to the Prisma Perspective. I'm Steve St. Cyr. It's a podcast on marketing for marketers and done by marketers. You can find the links to us on our website, powered by Prisma, or wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you for joining us at the Prisma Perspective. Welcome to the Prisma Perspective, a podcast on marketing for marketers and by marketers. I'm super excited. Today I get to learn the ins and outs of two new businesses that I don't really know that much about, which is, to me, the first time we've had a podcast where where I haven't known a lot about the person. So Sarah Wampler, am I saying that right?
Wampler.
Wampler.
Yeah, my husband's not from here. I ended up with one of those.
That's at
one of
least
those
you have
last
vowels
names.
in your last name. I don't. So the that's Sarah. We're so glad to have you, and I'm so glad to learn about Bustle and Fleur Fizz. So tell us a little bit about what we should know, who you are, what you do, and why we should listen to you.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm Sarah. I'm born and raised here. I grew up in Gonzales. Went to LSU, and I opened Bustle Bridal in 2007 after I got married. And it's a bridal store here in town. And I just felt like there was a need for something like that. I love customer service. And so I felt like that was a niche that I could fill. And turns out I was right. Okay. So next year it's 20 years in business for us. And I absolutely love that business. That is my baby. It's grown and turned into something much bigger than I could have imagined. But I have an excellent team and I love that. And then about 2 years ago, I started Fleur Fizz, which is a bar catering company. And we cater bars on site for anything from weddings, corporate events, private parties in your home, dinner parties, things like that. We come in and we create a cocktail bar experience wherever you would like it to be.
So if I wanted to have a big birthday party
Yep.
with 50 people in it,
You got it.
you would have the cocktail, and everyone would just come and y'all would make the drinks. Or whatever.
Exactly. We make the drinks.
Do you
And
bring all the alcohol yourself, or
we
do you start?
can.
Okay.
We can. We have different packages. Our most popular is where we bring everything except for the alcohol. And then I tell our clients what to get. I say you need 2 bottles of vodka, 3 bottles of
Okay.
tequila. This
Yeah,
many
that
cases that
probably
we
would work better.
Yeah, and then clients use what they have on hand, or they go
Right.
buy it. And then we bring everything else. And so we're bringing all of the mixers, and it's not just like, Coke and Sprite. We're bringing fresh lemon juice, grapefruit juice if we need it for a cocktail, simple syrup, creative things.
Gotcha.
And we also bring all the heavy, annoying stuff, coolers, ice, all the cups, all the tools.
How do you go from bridal
Yeah.
to bar
Yeah.
to bartending?
I know. I know. Well, okay, so we do a lot of weddings. And
Okay.
so like that, there's like
Yeah.
that little crossover. We do,
Yeah.
bridal
That makes
showers,
sense.
engagement parties, things like that. But I went to an event, and the bar it just wasn't
It wasn't very good.
it wasn't very good. And I thought, people like me in a city like this, we love to host. We love to throw parties, and we like them to be comfortable and hospitable,
Right.
and we want good service and, good things for our guests. And I was like, that is something that I'm passionate about, and I feel like I could do it. And I just got a big
But
ego when
you
it comes to
just
stuff like
did
that.
it.
So I just did it.
That's been my life. Whenever I thought something I'd do that, I'd just go do it.
Let's just try.
Yeah, when I started my the first serious business, Superior Signs,
Oh,
never worked in a sign shop. I just opened
yeah,
it, started, just
right.
went and did it.
Yeah.
You thought I was absolutely crazy. But
Absolutely crazy.
I-
Absolutely crazy.
if you're an entrepreneur, that's who you are.
That's just who you are. And they thought I was crazier when I started the bridal store, right? Because I was younger and I was like fresh
Yeah,
out of
you
college.
said 2007. You don't
Yeah.
look old enough to have started in 2007.
Thank
You said
you.
right after you got married.
Thank
So it's
you.
like, yeah, okay, I could do math really well. It's like, okay, she doesn't look old enough to have done it.
I was young. I was really young when I started.
You
and
must have been really young when you got married.
I was. I was.
I was
Okay,
younger.
so I was 20 when I got married.
Ooh, with a tie. I was 20 also.
Okay.
I lost that. I was 20 when I got
Yeah,
married.
I mean, it's worked out so far. Got the same husband, so we're good.
So.
So yeah, I was 20 when I got married. I was 21 when I opened the store. And yeah, people absolutely thought I was crazy. I think I got ridden off by a lot of people, like, oh, okay, just like let her try, see what happens. But I'm like really persistent, and when I want to do something, I just make it work, or I just keep going as long as the flow feels good, right? And
Right.
and there's not a lot of roadblocks, and that's just how that worked out for me. And it's something that I am really passionate about. I love it. So
Okay, so you said you're really passionate about it.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear a success story and a story that didn't quite work.
Ooh, okay. So about a success story for Bustle. I have grown the business, little at a time, year over year. And then, during COVID in 2020, I had time. I had a baby in 2020, and so, and the store.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. And the store was closed for a time. The retail location is closed, and I had a newborn, and I had this like true maternity leave, right, where I could just stop and focus, and I wasn't running the store, so I could focus on running the business, right. And so I just had this period of time where I was like, I can take this opportunity to take myself off of the floor of the business and put myself behind the computer, behind the books, and really expand it and turn it into something much bigger and better. And so I took that time.
So you stopped working in the business and started
Yes,
working on the business, or
correct.
maybe because you were on maternity leave and you had to, but regardless,
Maternity
you did it.
leave, and the store was closed for a little
Yeah.
while, right, because of COVID, and so yes, and so I restructured it, and when we reopened, I decided to have 2 different roles in the store, an operations manager and a sales manager, and then I would be CEO, okay, so I would run everything, from the back. And that it was hard for me because I really love working with customers, that's what I love the most, and so I had to take myself out of that role and
So
grow
there's
the
a saying,
business.
when you take when the owner steps off the sales floor,
Right.
you lose your best salesperson.
Yes, that's right.
But if you don't, you're stuck.
That's right.
So
And
that's
I
a hard,
really
hard
did that.
decision for people to make.
It was really hard because that's the part of the business that I enjoy the most is those personal connections and meeting and talking to people.
So I'm the exact same way.
Yeah.
If I could have my drivers, I would just sell all day.
Yes.
I haven't sold in a long time.
Right.
I'm not after selling you. I don't have time to sell.
They
I have
ask me
people
all
for
the
that.
time, like,
I said,
do you work with brides? And I'm like,
I wish I
I
could.
wish I could, but I have a team that's so good at
Right.
it. And they're just as passionate about it as I am. So I was like, okay, let me give these other people the chance to shine in this business. And that is what's happened. And so that success story was taking myself out a little bit and putting other people in roles and watching the business flourish in that way. And it really has. It really has.
And not so successful story.
I've had nothing but
Oh,
success.
come on. Nobody's that good.
Okay. All right. So back in 2016, I ventured out and I thought, okay, we're selling wedding gowns. Pretty good at this. What if I could sell prom dresses? But I don't want to do it in the same location. So I started a separate business to
Yeah.
sell prom and ready to wear off the rack stuff. It was not for me. It was not for
Different
me.
world.
Whole different world. I liked those girls. It was a different vibe. My heart wasn't in it. And so that only lasted a couple years, but I,
Gotcha.
I did learn a lot about
I
it.
had a very similar experience.
Yeah.
I was doing signs, all type signs, and
Mhm.
decided I'd do electric signs. But
Okay.
it's a different sales process. It's different. It's
Yeah.
not relationship signs are relationship based.
Mhm.
Print's relationship based.
Right.
Electric is not. It didn't work. It was the
Didn't work.
unexpected. Cut the
And
losses.
that's
Got out.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Like
okay.
you just try it,
Okay, yeah,
right?
well, that didn't work.
That
Move
didn't
on.
work. But you learn something from it, right? Like I learned, what wasn't for me. I learned, to hone in my skills where I wanted them.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you could probably teach me a lot on marketing of like you do a lot of social media
We
marketing.
do.
Could you elaborate on that? Because that's not my area of expertise.
Yeah, so we, meet our customers where they are, and our customer,
Or
that
young, they're getting
demographic,
married.
they're young, they're getting married, they're on social media, and they're on all of the social media. They like to tell you they're not on Facebook. They are. They're on
Okay.
Facebook. Okay, so we're on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
Okay.
And we utilize those 3 things very differently. Our Facebook is for lots of information, we're giving them lots of information. They're, moms reading Facebook. Our Instagram is all about the aesthetics of our store, how beautiful it is, how beautiful the dresses are. And then our TikTok is a little bit irreverent and funny and on trendy.
On trend, like, could you give me an example? What do you mean by that?
So on TikTok, when you're scrolling through, Different things are trending at different times, and people will remake TikToks and videos based on what other people are making videos
Okay.
on. And so we'll grab onto one of those trends and we'll rework it to be something funny or
And you
informational
do
for
that
the right.
in-house or using outside
We're
service?
doing it in-house because my employees are all of the same age and demographic as my customers.
And they probably like doing it.
They like doing it. It's a fun little break, well, I'm not gonna say that. My social media girl would die if I said that. It's not a break. It's a job.
It's work.
It's a work. It's a lot
Okay.
of work. But it is fun work, and so they'll carve out time in their schedule to film some stuff, or they'll take clips of things when we're at market or doing bridal events and turn it into reels and TikToks.
So do you consider yourself a marketer, a entrepreneur, a store owner? How would you describe yourself?
That's a great question. I mean, I'm a physical retail store owner, so I
Right.
think I'm a little bit of all of that.
Okay.
Like
I know, but what's your preference?
Hmm,
What gives you energy?
I would say the entrepreneur part gives me
Gotcha.
the most energy.
So if you like me, and I'm not saying you are, but I've started hair salons and
Uh-huh.
all kinds of crazy
Yeah.
stuff. Uh,
Hmm.
you really have to learn to say, nope, nope.
That's the hardest thing,
No, it's
isn't
probably
it?
not yeah, but it takes many years of,
It's the
of,
hardest thing.
saying, no, I probably shouldn't do that. Probably
Oh,
shouldn't do that. It's like my mind thinks we could do this.
yeah.
And this, and then you gotta like really r- work it through, bring people in, and then realize, yeah, no, a bad idea. Move on.
And my husband's favorite thing to say about me is that I always need a project.
Yeah.
I always need a project. And sometimes I'll throw out an idea. I'm like, oh, what if we like did this
This.
thing? And he's like, hey, babe, rein it in, refocus on the things that work.
Right.
But that's hard.
So, what do you want people to know about Fleur de Fizz? Am I saying that right? Fleur
Yeah,
de
Fleur
Fizz.
de Fizz.
Fleur
That's
de
yeah, I
Fizz.
would say it. What do I want people to know about it? Okay, well, it's a new sort of thing. A lot of people don't know exactly what it is or
Right.
what we do. So I'm on this educational tour right now, right?
Okay.
To in our marketing to explain to people what it
So, is it
is.
Greater Baton Rouge?
Greater, but we go everywhere. I mean, I'll go
What's
anywhere.
everywhere?
I mean, we travel, right? So the farthest we've gone, we've done things in Lafayette. We have something coming up in Mississippi. We'll go
So to
wherever.
New Orleans.
Yeah, New Orleans for sure, for sure.
Okay.
I think I just want people to know exactly what it is, which is what we were talking about earlier. People will call it mobile bartending. I think that's really too small of a term.
Uh-huh.
It's bar catering.
Arcade.
We're catering the whole thing for you. We're taking that off of your plate.
So, what once a year
Mhm,
for the last 3 or 4 years, I have all the guys from Bocage
mhm.
come to my house
Yeah,
on my birthday, and we have a big birthday, men only.
yeah.
And they all ask me what to bring, and I
Mhm,
always say nothing. But if
mhm.
you want to bring some bourbon, that would be good.
Right.
And that stacks me up for the entire year.
Yeah,
You
nice.
know,
So
I
you've
get
got a
all the
bar
I
full
get
of
all the
great
bourbon over here.
bourbon.
But I'm thinking this year,
Yeah,
maybe I'll have bar
yeah,
de fizz. It's about 30 to 35 guys that all come
yeah.
once a year. And
You call me and guess what we show up with for a party like that? We're bringing rocks glasses,
okay,
craft
but it's at my
cubes of
house.
yeah, we're bringing all that.
Okay,
Craft cubes, everything to make lots of different types of old fashions.
yeah, we
Yeah, we
like
can
old
make a
fashioned.
regular one. I make this really great chai old fashioned that you
Okay,
might like. And so we'll bring things like that and kind of mix it up a little bit. And then you guys just hang out and we're over at your bar stirring
all right. I'm
that
hiring you
bourbon.
next year.
Let's go.
May 11th, I'm
Let's
good
go.
around the May 11th. I'm gonna hire you.
I'm free.
So, I'm curious. Where do you? You're still young, at least young compared to me. Where do you see yourself in 3 to 5 years?
Oh gosh.
Either Florida Lee,
Fleur Fizz or
Florida Fifth,
Bustle.
Florida Fizz, or Bustle, or
Yeah.
yourself.
Or myself. Okay. All right. See, well, I have a daughter who's in high school
Okay.
and I have a daughter who's in first grade.
Wow.
Okay. So in 3 to 5 years, maybe I'm buying a condo wherever my high schooler decides to go to college and I'm watching these two businesses
Maybe give her a
run.
little freedom.
Oh, no. Why would I do that?
Yeah.
Gross.
I
Yeah.
have three that are all grown, but yeah.
Yeah. So maybe I'm doing that. Maybe I'm traveling more. My goal is to get Fleur de Fizz to a place that Bustle is at, which is where I very much can step away. I was on vacation all last week with my husband. It was our 20th anniversary, and we went to Grand Cayman for it. And no one called me. No one called me for questions on anything. No one called me about any customer orders. They just figured it out. And that Bustle, they're amazing. Props, girls, love y'all. And My goal is to get Fleur to Fizz to be at
The
that
same
place
way,
too. Yeah.
where you can leave awake and no one
Yep.
calls this business go.
Yep.
I was actually on vacation last week for a week too, and
Where'd you go?
we have a beach house in Orange Beach,
Oh,
and
nice.
we
Yeah.
took
Great
all
time of year.
my 3 kids and 4 grandkids
Love that.
and their spouses
Love that.
to the Orange Beach
Yeah.
for a week. It was very, very nice.
That is nice. Yeah.
So, what advice would you give to a young person trying to break into, I don't know if it's events or
Mhm.
retail or marketing
Yeah.
or what advice, a young entrepreneur, I guess,
Yeah.
what advice would you give them?
Okay, it's harder than you think it's gonna be. So
Yes.
be ready. And so you better be doing something that you're passionate about because you better love it because it is hard and it's gonna be challenging. And mind your money. Look at every dollar that comes into your business and every dollar that goes out. Where is it going? Is it serving you? Is it serving your customer? And is it helping you reach your goals? Mind your money.
Cool.
Hmm.
So, I want to go backwards for a second and go back to the experimental marketing,
Yeah.
the social media marketing. How do you know how do you value that? How do you know whether it's paying off or not?
That's a good question. It's hard to quantify,
Yes, that's what I
right?
see. It's very hard to quantify,
I mean,
but
we
all marketing
all
is.
marketing is. No one ever really tells you where they heard about you.
Yes.
Or maybe they heard about you from lots of different places, lots of different touch points. They saw your website, they saw your Instagram and their friend talked about you, and they saw this
It
Facebook
usually takes
post.
many people saying it to
Many
sink in.
people, many touch points. So and you can look at the analytics, right? Like you can look at your website and see, oh, we got this many hits from Instagram, we got this many, whatever. We like to look at it holistically and we will do like at the bridal store, for example, we'll do an appointment count. We'll say, okay, for this past 6-month period, we did this many Instagram posts, this many TikToks, and we had this many appointments. And we'll try and look at it holistically and see, like, okay, is what we're doing overall driving more appointments, or are they mentioning something in the store? Because we'll actually have them say, like, your TikToks are hilarious. Okay. And we're like, all right, we got this girl from TikTok. Or they'll say, like, my mom shared this event that you were doing on Facebook. And we're like, all right, we got this girl from Facebook. But that's rare that they actually do that and tell us exactly where. So we try and look at it holistically.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Wow. It's always good talking to I I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I kinda see you more as an entrepreneur than a marketer.
Yeah, I would
I
say
see
so.
myself as an entrepreneur more than a marketer,
Yeah.
but marketing is key to growing the business. It's just
Yep.
absolutely key.
Yeah.
Okay, so if someone's not good at experimental marketing,
Mhm.
and I'm asking someone who is good at experimental marketing, what should I do? Like, how should I start? How should I get into it? TikTok marketing, Instagram marketing, social media
I
marketing.
think you find someone who loves it. I think you
Okay,
find someone who is really tuned in with it and loves to do it, right?
gotcha.
Like, the girls that work for me that do it, they're tuned into it. They know they are a consumer of that form of media,
And is
and
it mostly young ladies?
it is.
Okay,
They're a consumer of that.
right.
So they know what someone like them would be looking for, and they know what's funny and what's trendy and what's working. I think that we got much better at it when I turned that over.
Oh, when you got out.
Yeah. I delegated that one and we got better at it. So,
Gotcha.
yeah.
So, I don't know if I should ask this, but I'm old. You're young to me, but to a
I
social
love this.
media person, you're probably needing somebody even younger,
Yeah, truly. I like
especially for a
to
bridal shop.
right. I like to employ people who are the age and demographic of my customer.
That makes
Okay.
sense.
Because I used to be. Right? I
Right.
used to be that, and now they call me ma'am,
Yep.
which is, like, wild, I'm like, "Hey." But I like to employ people who are their age and demographic because they understand my customer in a way that I might not anymore, and so they can kind of help me with that.
I also see for the Fizz as being really key on experimental marketing.
Yes.
Like, you gotta be able to show people what to
Mhm.
do. Do you
Right.
ever take video of while you're working an event? I know you have to get approval for that, but
Yeah, we definitely do, and people love to share that sort of thing. They want to show how cool and beautiful their party was.
gotcha.
So, a lot of these parties that we're doing even have content creators there that and their job is to take little clips and videos of the party, and then they share it with us and we share it. So, we aren't necessarily sharing, videos of the people that are there, but we are sharing videos of the process, us bringing things in, making the drinks, We're definitely sharing that because a lot of what Fleur de Fizz does is aesthetics, right?
Right.
People want their drinks to be good, taste good, of course. We're in Louisiana,
And
but they
I
also want it
just
to look good.
want to be able to enjoy the party and not have to do it myself.
Exactly. Exactly. And once people catch on to that, it's an easy sell because they're like, "Oh, great." But yeah, we definitely take a lot of video of that and we share it on our mostly on our Instagram.
Do you do any more traditional marketing, or is it all more experimental marketing?
It's mostly been experimental marketing up until now. Now I'm doing a little bit of print, some magazine ads, just to kind of put ourselves in front of the people that we think would most like to hire us.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So another thing I wanted to ask you about is one of the things I've always tried to do is turn my customers into advocates. And what I mean by
Yeah.
that is an advocate is someone who goes out of their way to tell someone else about you.
Right.
Kurt the neighbor, a commercial realtor, is an advocate for us. Sends everyone to us. I find those people are really, really valuable to growing a business.
Absolutely.
How do you turn your customers into advocates?
The first thing we do, we start by turning our customers, and we like to call them clients.
Oh, okay.
We turn our clients into friends.
There you go.
Okay? So, like, we are and I know that sounds cheesy and not believable, but it's true. Like, we are really invested in this part of your life and the
I
story that you
I
have.
always had the saying. I didn't mean to interrupt. I already had the
No.
saying is make friends from your out of your clients. Don't
Yes.
try to make clients out of your friends.
Oh, yeah. No, definitely
Make
not.
friends out of your clients. Don't
Right.
try to make clients out of your friends. Anyway,
Yeah.
keep going.
And so we really get to know them. I mean, we're in this, time with them where, we call them before their appointment. We learn everything about them and their fiance and the wedding. And then we learn more about them and their family and everyone that's with them at the appointment. And we really get to know them over this period of time. And so we build this connection with them. And that's really important to me. That's one of our values is to really value our client as a person, as a whole. And, so we make this connection, and then after their wedding, we want to see how it turned out. We send them a text message, and we're like, "Hey, we
How
loved
long
meeting
after?
you."
Like a week, a
We
month,
usually wait about a month,
a month?
because
Okay.
it takes them that long to
So a
get the
month after
pictures
their
back from
wedding.
their
Oh,
photographer and share it with their friends and
gotcha.
family, and then we're like, "Hey, don't forget about us. We wanna see it. We wanna know how it turned out. Please send us all of your pictures, let us know who your vendors were, and we wanna share that." And if we get their permission, we will turn that into an Instagram post, a reel, a Facebook post, and share that because it does 2 things. It shows them like, "Hey, like, we really were invested. We really
And
wanted
all
to
the
see how this
bridal
turned
party's
out."
gonna like repost
They're
that.
gonna
They got
share
bomb.
it.
That's gonna expand.
Exactly, and then also our prospective clients see that and they're like, "Hey, like, this is someone who I identify with." They might see one of our past brides who looks like them, is their age, is their demographic, and they're like, "Hey, they were able to find something there," and it helps them know that, like, we have things for real people. Come see us.
That's great. I think
Yeah.
that's just life. That's just what I
Right.
like to talk about a lot is marketing in life or just selling in life. Just you don't have to go out of your not going away, not being
Yeah.
pushy. Just
No.
when the opportunity arises,
Here it
just let
is.
people know what you do. And that's like being friendly, but also has a real payback.
That's right.
So I learned a lot today. First off, I didn't know about Florida Fizz at all. I knew
Yeah.
about Bustle, but I didn't know about Florida Fizz.
Yeah.
I kind of actually see how they go together.
Yes.
I didn't till we started talking, but I
Yeah.
kind of see how they go. And I also love talking to another entrepreneur. The main thing I learned though is if you're dealing with most geographics and most
Mhm.
geographics younger than I am,
Mhm.
you have to be into experiential marketing.
I think that's true. I really do.
My age group, probably not.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, my age group isn't the age group that buys most of the products anymore.
Most of the products that I sell.
Yes, and so
Okay.
if you are selling
Yeah.
the products to the younger generations, you really gotta be there.
Yeah, I believe that.
And I just wanna thank you for coming on. It's
Yeah.
been a great talking to you. This is, Prisma Perspective, a podcast for marketing, on marketers, by marketers.